of the day, beautiful people. Top of the day. Alicia, yeah. See your notification came through. All right, beautiful people. It is Thursday. June 11, 2020. And we are in Isaiah 25, 26, and 27. We are on day 170. Find my place here. Y'all, I'd be so glad by reading the books of the prophets so I can help kind of clear up some misunderstandings in some of these places and a lot of things that have been taken out of context that are being used for future prophecies that are not future prophecies telling about somebody. But few listen. Hopefully more will begin to listen. Matter of fact, I think more people are going to begin to listen in the coming days as more truth is being revealed about what has truly been going on. A lot of us know. Some people are just waking up seeing what in the world is going on here. Like seriously, it's like a total whole eye-opening, life-changing experience that will... All right. Isaiah chapter 25, y'all. Okay. O Yahuwah, thou art my God. I will exalt thee. I will praise thy name, for thou hast done wonderful things. Thy counsels of old are faithfulness and truth. For thou hast made a city a heap, of a defenced city a ruin, a palace of strangers to be no city. It shall never be built. Therefore shall the strong people glorify thee. The city of the terrible nations shall fear thee. For thou hast been strength to the poor, a strength to the needy in his distress, a refuge from the storm, a shadow from the heat, when the blast of the terrible ones is as a storm against the wall. Thou shalt bring down the noise of strangers as the heat in a dry place, even the heat of the shadow of a cloud. The branch of the terrible ones shall be brought low. And in this mountain shall Yahuwah of hosts make unto all people a feast of fat things, a feast of wines on the lees, of fat things full of marrow, of wines on the lees well refined. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Didn't I just say that? Didn't I just say that? Like the veil's going to be removed and people's eyes going to be open. He will swallow up death and victory, and Yahuwah will wipe away tears from off all faces, and the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all the earth. For Yahuwah hath spoken it, Yahweh, in that day. And it shall be in that day, lo, this, and it shall be said in that day, lo, this is our God, and we have waited for him, and he will save us. This is Yahuwah. We have waited for him. We will be glad and rejoice in his salvation, in Yahuwah's salvation. For in this mountain shall the hand of Yahuwah rest, and Moab shall be trodden down under him, even as straw is trodden down for the dunghill. And he shall spread forth his hands in the midst of them, as he that swimmeth spreadeth forth his hands to swim. And he shall bring down their pride together with the spoils of their hands. And the fortress of the high fort of the walls shall he bring down, lay low, and bring to the ground, even to the dust. Isaiah chapter 26. In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation will Yahuwah appoint for walls and bulwarks. Open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust ye in Yahuwah forever, for in Yahuwah is everlasting strength. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high, the lofty city he layeth it low. He layeth it low even to the ground, he bringeth even to the dust. The foot shall tread it down, even the feet of the poor, and the steps of the needy. The way of the just is uprightness. Thou, most upright, dost weigh the path of the just. Yea, in the way of thy judgments, O Yahuwah, have we waited for thee. The desire of our soul is to thy name, and to the remembrance of thee. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me will I seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. Bruh, that's a whole mouthful right there. Let me read that again. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with my spirit within me I will seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. Let favor be shown to the wicked. Yet will he not learn righteousness? In the land of uprightness will he deal unjust. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahuwah. Yahuwah, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall see, and be ashamed for their envy at the people. Yea, the fire of thine enemies shall devour them. Yahuwah, thou wilt ordain peace for us, for thou also hast wrought all our works in us. O Yahuwah our God, other lords beside thee had dominion over us, but by thee only will we make mention of thy name. They are dead, they shall not live. They are deceased, they shall not rise. Therefore thou hast visited and destroyed them, and made all their memory to perish. Thou hast increased the nation, O Yahuwah, thou hast increased the nation. Thou art glorified. Thou hast removed it far unto all the ends of the earth. Yahuwah, in trouble have they visited thee. They poured out a prayer when thy chastening was upon them, like as a woman with child that draweth near to the time of her delivery is in pain, and crieth out in her pangs. So have we been in thy sight, O Yahuwah. We have been with child, we have been in pain, we have as it were brought forth wind. We have not wrought any deliverance in the earth, neither have the inhabitants of the world fallen. Thy dead men shall live, together with my dead body shall they arise. Awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust, for thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast forth out the dead. Come, my people, enter into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast. For behold, Yahuwah cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of... I'm getting tongue-tied, y'all. Verse 21, for behold, Yahuwah cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. Last chapter for today, y'all, Isaiah chapter 27. In that day, Yahuwah with his sword and great strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. In that day sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. I, Yahuwah, do keep it. I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I will keep it night and day. Fury is not in me. Who would set the briars and the thorns against me in battle? I will go through them. I will burn them in anger. Remember right here, y'all, when he's talking about his vineyard, remember he's talking about Israel. And it's matter of fact, it's a few different places in here when Yahuwah talks about his vineyard. And his garden, his vineyard is Israel, and his garden, Judah. It says that in a couple places. So when you hear that, remember he's talking about Israel. He's talking about his people, right? Okay, I read verse 2 again. In that day sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. I, Yahuwah, do keep it, meaning he keeps his people. I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I will keep it night and day. Fury is not in me. Who would set the briars or the thorns against me in battle? I would go through them. I would burn them together. Or let him take hold of my strength, that he may make peace with me, and he shall make peace with me. He shall cause them that come of Jacob to take root. Israel shall blossom and bud, and fill the face of the world with fruit. See, now he refers to Israel as a garden and the vineyard. It's beautiful, really. If you catch on to what he's saying, you can catch what he's saying. A lot of people don't read it enough to catch it. Okay, I'll read that again. Verse 6, Isaiah 27. He shall cause them that come of Jacob to take root. Israel shall blossom and bud, and fill the face of the world with fruit. Hath he smitten him as he smote those that smote him? Or is he slain according to the slaughter of them that are slain by him? In measure, when it shooteth forth, thou wilt debate with it. He stayeth his rough wind in the day of the east wind. By this therefore shall the iniquity of Jacob be purged. And this is all the fruit to take away his sin. Wait a minute, let me read it again. By this, therefore, shall the iniquity of Jacob be purged. And this is all the fruit to take away his sin, when he maketh all the stones of the altars as chalk stones that are beaten asunder. The groves and images shall not stand up. Bruh, I must bring out this point. See how all the statues are being taken down, all the high places and stuff, they are being ground to dust. Granted, some of them being defaced, they pull it down, they toss them into oceans and lakes. It's the same thing. They taking them down. The Asher poles, the high places, the groves, and the images. I'm going to read this again. Listen, y'all. That's how y'all know we in that day that the prophets were talking about, where Israel shall be restored. Oh my gosh, y'all, this is so exciting. Listen, I'm going to read it again, okay? Isaiah chapter 27, verse 9. By this, therefore, shall the iniquity of Jacob be purged. And this is all the fruit to take away his sin, when he maketh all the stones of the altar as chalk stones that are beaten asunder. The groves and images shall not stand up. Yet the defenced city shall be desolate, and the inhabitants forsaken, and left like a wilderness. There shall the calf feed, and there shall he lie down and consume the branches thereof. When the boughs thereof are withered, they shall be broken off. The women come and set them on fire. For it is a people of no understanding. Therefore he that made them will not have mercy on them, and he that formed them will show them no favor. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahuwah shall beat off from the channel of the river unto the stream of Egypt, and ye shall be gathered one by one. O ye children of Israel. Excuse me. And it shall come to pass in that day that the great trumpet shall be blown, and they shall come which were ready to perish in the land of Assyria, and the outcast in the land of Egypt, and shall worship Yahuwah in the holy mountain at Jerusalem. And that, my beautiful people, is our reading for us today. Remember, we worship Yahuwah. He never tells us to worship anybody else. Matter of fact, it is forbidden by him for us to worship anybody else or even say the names of other gods off of our lips. A lot of people don't seem to get that. He never tells us to worship JC. A lot of what we're taught in the Christian church and how they take things out of context and try to make things fit, it is not true. And you can clearly see that if you read through it yourself. You must read through, take everything that you've learned. Just take that and whatever you've learned from the church and been taught in the New Testament or under the rule of the Pope. The Catholic Christianity falls under the Pope. Take all of that, just kind of set it to the side. Matter of fact, just put it away and act like you've never heard anything, right? And then you just go through and read it from the beginning. Start at Genesis and read through. Understand the story. When you understand the story and who the people are, you can clearly understand what's going on. And you will hear the words of Yah. So that way, when you come to the leaven that's been added into this, you won't get tripped up and you won't be found worshiping another God. You won't be found calling Yahuwah the name of another God, which is also being taught that Yahuwah and JC is the same person. First of all, it is not. They are not. They are two separate, completely different people. And if you read through here, Yahuwah actually tells us whereby we can decipher truth from error, even when it comes to somebody that says that they are from Yah. I'm telling you, Deuteronomy chapter 13 is the test. It doesn't matter who they are. If it doesn't line up with what Yahuwah said, I would put it away, because it's Yahuwah whose rule will last. Is what he says is the ultimate authority. So, and that's what a lot of Christian people are waking up to. They're like, what? How in the world? Yeah, because we don't read. We're taught to stay away from the words of Yah, which are found through and through all through the Old Testament and reiterated by the prophets. And that's why the kings and stuff got in trouble. That's why the prophets and priests got in trouble from straying away, doing a lot of this stuff that we find back here. Yeah, some good advice and good living tips found back here in the New Testament. But if you don't vet that stuff against what Yahuwah said, we might find ourselves in some trouble. Yep. And a lot of people don't really realize what's going on today right in front of our faces. All right, beautiful people. So that is it. That is our reading for today. Isaiah 25, 26, and 27. Day 170, June the 11th, 2020. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and bless y'all so we can go and get about our days here. And it is found in Numbers chapter 6, verses 22 through 27. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, May Yahuwah bless us and keep us. May Yahuwah make his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace. And they shall put my name. Whose name? They didn't say JC name. Yahuwah said, they shall put my name upon my people and I will bless them. All right, beautiful people. I love y'all. I see y'all bright and early in the morning, 7:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.